what's poppin'? It's your boy Jay the Comedian. Good morning! How are y'all doing today? Whew, man, somebody needs a shave and a haircut. Of course, I'm talking about your girlfriend. Just kidding. She's not that hairy. Anyway, how are y'all doing today? Today I am feeling good. And I want to talk to you guys because I came across something very, very interesting. So apparently, a circuit overseer has written a book. And that book is about the Jehovah Witness organization and leadership being, the governing body. Why I find this to be very interesting. Oh, I guess you know why. I have a little bit of a dog in this fight. And this little dog, of course, is a Rottweiler. But anyway, the reason for this video is because in this book, this circuit overseer points out in very direct fashion his disdain for the governing body. Now, understand this when I say it. He is a Jehovah Witness. He's a current practicing high, level Jehovah Witness, circuit overseer. At one point used to be a district overseer. I mean, this guy goes around giving talks. He has a PhD, I believe. He's a doctor. Dr. Ferrulli. He's very famous inside of the JW organization because of just how far he's gone inside the organization. And in this book, he points out several things that I find funny because the XJW has been saying this for years. But the fact that he's saying it takes away yet another thing that blocks people from listening to XJWs. And this is why I love it so much. Because while people can say, oh, you're just a lying apostate and you're just trying to bring me down with your lies, you can't say that about this guy because he's not an apostate. He's a JW. He's a 100% a Jehovah's Witness, and he's a doctor. He has his own, Like he writes papers and he does scientific stuff. This guy's legit. He's doing it. He's been doing it for a while now. Now, what is he saying exactly? Inside of this book, he says that he doesn't agree with the governing body not allowing people to attend higher, to get a higher education, to always push it down, to always not put any emphasis on it. Like, he doesn't agree with that at all. He thinks 100% there people should be getting an education and making the best lives that they possibly can with the time that we have now. And remember, he's a practicing Jehovah Witness. He believes the end is coming, but he's like, until then, can I please have some, education while I'm at it? The education that I got, y'all use it to throw it in people's face. Look, we have a practicing doctor and a scientist who agrees with our studies and findings. Yeah, he does. But you forget the part where you can have a lot more of those if you let people go to school. But he says more than that. The governing body wish he stopped right there. But he was saying that basically the governing body itself needs to be disbanded. They have too much power and it's not scriptural. Because at the end of the day, Jehovah's organization is completely ran and controlled by those 8 men. And that in itself should not happen. I believe that too. Sir, I agree with you. Oh, I couldn't agree with you anymore. And the point of this entire thing, the beauty of this entire thing, is that Jehovah's Witnesses can no longer say, hey, I can't listen to you because you're an apostate. Hey, well, one of your own is saying this now. Okay? You can't throw this away as apostate lies. Not only is somebody that's inside of your own religion saying this is not just any old Jehovah Witness. This is a circuit overseer, once district overseer, and who's been there for years. Who still believes that the organization is the true religion. He just don't agree with the leadership. He even says, I believe, that he believes that he's going to get disfellowship for this, which shouldn't happen. Because criticizing the leadership shouldn't be a disfellowshipable offense. It shouldn't be. And I agree with him. Because most people, when you criticize them, if it's an actual criticism, technically it's not even a criticism. It's just pointing out something that can be addressed and fixed. Constructive criticism, that's the word I'm looking for. It's a criticism, but it's a helpful, constructive criticism that can be used to make something better. But the Jehovah's Witnesses don't want to make things better. They want to keep things the same. Howbeit, it helps people out and it gives strength to their organization. They don't care about strength in the organization because they know this is not sustainable. They just want to get what they can get. And people high up in the organization criticizing them is not helping them get what they get. So I'm going to pretty much just throw it out there. He's going to get this fellowship. You do not write a book criticizing Jehovah's Witness leadership and think everything's going to just be all hunky-dory. He's going to get this fellowship. But this is the thing. Should he get this fellowship? This is things I say all the time. You have to really examine your feelings when you're considering what goes on inside of this organization, because he shouldn't. He should 100% not get this fellowship. He should be able to speak his mind, point out criticisms, hopefully have those criticisms addressed or not addressed, and still be free enough to go on in that religion. Just think about what it's saying that you cannot criticize your leadership. Just think about that for 1 second. Because if you're ever inside of any organization and the leadership is not to be questioned, that means that that leadership is perfect. They're without seeing nothing bad. They've never done anything bad. They will never do anything bad. That's what that means if you can't question them. So if you have any accounts proving that they're not perfect and that sometimes they make mistakes because they're imperfect humans, then you should 100% be able to ask questions and try to point out possible problems that their imperfect self have run into. The only time you can't question somebody is if it came directly from God. And since they say that, the stuff that they get comes from God, okay. So you've never gotten anything that you thought came from God turns out to be wrong. Because I read a pretty interesting old article that they put out it was a long time ago. It was really long ago. But in the article, it said that black people, African Americans, or African people in general, were Canaanites or something like that. Whatever they were a cursed people, due to live their entire life in servitude to others. It makes them happy, actually, to serve other people. And this is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not making this up. I wish I was. I wish 100% I was making this up, but I'm not. And since this is a fact, and since this is researchable, I might even put the link in the description so you can read the story yourself. But this shows me that at a certain point, the governing body got some bad information from the guy upstairs. Either that or they're imperfect humans. And they translated it wrong. Whatever. Whatever you say, and no matter how you say it, at the end of the day, you should be allowed to question imperfect humans. And the only reason somebody would not allow you to do that is because they're trying to control you and they know what they do is wrong. Just another example of them showing just that they have consciousness of their guilt. They know what they're doing is wrong. And for a member, their own member, somebody who, I think his book is called My Loving Organization and the Governing Body or something like that. I forgot it. But his name is Dr. Faruli. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm bad with words and names and stuff like that. But I hope I'm saying it right. But he believes that this organization's leadership needs to be disbanded because it's not fulfilling what Jehovah wants to happen. I agree, sir. Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. I don't think I could agree more. Oh, I agree very, very, very much, good sir. And I'm glad you wrote it. Because now, once again, members of that organization can no longer say, oh, you apostate and you apostate lies. We've been saying that for years. That's literally like the first thing we say when we leave and we start to wake up and we see that the stuff that we were taught isn't really the stuff that we know. Because the simple fact, once you wake up from that organization, once that first thing happens that chips the armor and the perfection that's supposed to be the organization, it allows other things to enter your mind. Because you're like, well, if I'm wrong about that, then what about this? Am I wrong about this? And if I'm wrong about this, then what about this? And next thing you know, you're looking like, wow, I've been fooled. I've been taken advantage of. I have been led astray. Point is this. A circuit overseer put out a message against the Jehovah Witness governing body. That's huge. And I hope you guys get a chance to check out the book. I'm going to find some links and I'm going to put it in the description so y'all can check it out, all right? It's your boy, Jay the Comedian. Holla at your guala. I hope y'all having a great day. Deuces.